Hello there, Nikio here, and welcome to my playthrough of Spa Wars 30. Just right off the bat, if you don't want to hear my voice, there's a link in the description to the non-commentated version of this game. But anyway, this is gonna be my run of the expert mode, but it's not gonna be the usual. I plan on making it like a fresh file and running through the game on expert, see how hard it could be. But then I think about it and it's like, that's gonna be super boring to watch. And I really don't want to play this game on such a slow pace. So this is gonna be sort of a expert mode on crack kind of thing. So this is New Game Plus. I beat the game once. I got a ton of money, got a ton of MX point. And yeah, my units are gonna be upgraded to a certain extent depending on what I need, and like check out all these power parts. Yeah, so this is just gonna be a chill run of the game and talk about things and whatnot. And here we go. So this is just right after the demo. The previous mission was like the last thing that the demo had. And this goes right to... I don't remember what this is. This is the Gundam narrative stage, but first we're gonna grab the SRX, which is a pre-order DLC. If you didn't pre-order the game, you might not get the SRX. They might sell it later as like another pack, but yeah, for now this is the pre-ordering the game is the only way to get the SRX and the Side Buster. Anyway, the Dry Striker Bridge, the DBD Side Momentary, DBD Dimensional Boundary Distortion Phenomena. I've heard that they have been cited in multiple locations recently, as if our world wasn't in enough turmoil already. We don't have time to complain. For now, we are assisting in an investigation. We have detected combat in the vicinity of our destination. Which forces are involved? Unknown, neither are affiliated with the Earth Federation forces. Mobile team, prepare to scramble. The drone crews will rush to the site. Yep, that's it. A short intro, special scenario, Spirit of Steel. Boom. So, what's going on here? We were training near Jupiter until a few seconds ago. That's the Earth, isn't it? Are you saying we were thrown from Jupiter to Earth in a matter of seconds? I can only assume it happened because we fell into that dimensional distortion, but Captain, I have confirmed our location. We're in Earth's satellite orbit. So what's the warp? I'm afraid not. There are subtle yet definite differences between the Earth we know and the Earth in front of us. Hold on, are you saying it's the Earth but not our Earth? That's one way to put it. So this is what, a parallel universe? That is the most likely answer. You gotta be kidding me. We should thoroughly assess the situation. Let's try to contact the inhabitants of this world. Wait, I'm detecting multiple approaching heat signatures. Who the hell are these guys? They're certainly not of terrestrial origin. This is Lieutenant Aya Kobayashi of the SRX team affiliated with the Earth Federation forces. Please respond. We are not hostile. May I request a meeting? We are in need of information. Of course not. Looks like they're not much for talking. They may be unmanned drones. Then we gotta fight. No way I'm dying in some unknown world. It's your call, Lieutenant. You're authorized for battle. We're returning fire in self-defense. Okay, let's roll through them with the XRX. We have to be prepared for anything. We can't remain combined forever, so maybe be wiser to decombine. Or we could just take them out fast and it won't be a problem. I agree with Ryusei on this one, Lieutenant. I'll conserve Plutonium engine's power. Alright, Sorry Aya, I know how hard it is to maintain a TK field this long. Don't worry about me, have no intention of dying in a foreign world either. With that out of the way, let's do this. Alright then, so I don't know who you are, but you can't stop the SRX. Alright, the SRX power is immense, but it comes at a steep price in the energy. Overuse it and you'll find yourself out of juice. So, the SRX in this game came from the Alphaverse, as you all should know by now, I guess. Yeah, it did not come from the OG world, which is interesting. I believe the Cybuster comes from the Alpha world as well. And in that game, you can only combine the SRX like 10 times, and you need like 4 units to do that. But here, the SRX come pre-combined, which is nice. And oh my god, that's a bad hit rate. So let's check out some animations. How you feeling, Aya? Are you okay in there? Don't worry about me, focus on the enemy. Roger, but let me know right away if you're in pain. Stay sharp, Ryusei. Those machines seem to be the product of an extraterrestrial civilization. Their concept design is closer to our gators than it is to ours. So there could be aliens here to invade this Earth, right? All the more reason to fight. This may not be our world, but their SRX is still sworn to protect the Earth. Right, this may be a bit tough because I believe we don't get reinforcement in this stage, so we gotta make do with the SRX. I went through the game on hard mode actually, and it was just sorta not really that difficult. Like if you're playing this game expecting the difficulty to be harder, it's the same as the previous 2 games essentially. If you really want a challenge, you gotta do it expert mode, no upgrade, all that good stuff. And to be honest, that's more annoying than it is fun for me, so that's why I'm doing it my way. Okay, so let's take out this guy. Yep, so that's the SRX strongest move. We don't unlock the HTB cannon later on. I was totally expecting them to get an upgrade later on, like the DLC units usually get like in the second half of the game, but yeah, that's the strongest the SRX gonna be. Also, the animation is pretty... Obviously it's not gonna be as good as the original generation games. I know a lot of people are complaining about that, but you know what, for what it's worth, I think the SRX looks pretty good in this one. The animation just feels a bit fast, but it's sort of really dynamic, and they put more effort into this unit than many other. I know that's not saying much, but still. Speaking of effort, You're definitely gonna like this game if you like Gridman or Gal Gaga. But beyond that, I feel like a lot of series has been shaft. If you like Code Geass, like the Geass unit didn't even get their freaking armor parts. Like you would totally expect them to include those, but they didn't. Although they did give us like the Luge mech from the manga or something, and you can unlock the Lancelot Albion Zero, which is an interesting mecha. So that's all you're gonna. There's a lot to say for how they handled the series in this game, and let's go through them as we play through the game. Well, we're not dead yet, and that the SRX was able to resist, and the lieutenant seems fine. Well, time for the big question, what now? We need to get in contact with someone, intelligent beings preferably. Stay on alert, you two, I'm detecting a massive heat signature incoming. Holy smokes, that's one colossal battleship. Could it be the source of those unmanned units? It appears to be Earth-made, but I am Commander Mitsuba Grey Valley of the Drake Cruise. I'm never gonna say that correctly. Earth Federation Autonomous Corps. We have come to confirm the situation, please respond. Earth Federation, could it be the same organization that exists in our world? Well, sounds like we can talk to these guys. This is Captain Aya Kobayashi of the SRX team, affiliated with the Earth Federation forces. SRX team? Never heard of them. I suppose they might be classified special squadrons. That heavy SR of theirs is not in our database, Mitsuba. Captain Kobayashi, we're here to investigate the DBD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. You're welcome to come aboard. Please follow the guidelines and enter our hangar. Let's go, Aya. At least we'll be able to settle down. Of course, you would be so reckless. Hold it, Ruse. What now? I know it's another world, but they're still EFF. I'm sure we can talk to them. That doesn't mean we should trust them until we know more. So you'd rather us drift through space for the rest of our lives? Ryu, head for the ship. Are you sure about this, Captain? Ryu says right. We don't know enough to survive on our own either. Let's make contact first, but be ready to run at a moment's notice, just in case. Roger that, Ryusei. I know it's hard for you, but stay vigilant. I get it. Jeez, seriously, I don't think it will come to that. Why do you think that? Just call it a hunch. I don't think we're going to have to fight that ship. In fact, I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. So that's a hint at something, right? Oh no. That's about all I can say about the phenomena we have encountered. Parallel worlds, while they have been proven to exist, I never thought we'd encounter them in such a fashion. I suppose it did come as a surprise. Still, having compared our knowledge, it's the only possible conclusion. Yes, when you're looking at live examples, you can only accept the truth, no matter how crazy it sounds. Melvi, sorry to butt in, Captain, but this topic is right up my alley. No need to apologize. Tell me, what do you think? There's nothing to think. As I said, you can only accept what you see is the truth. Personally, I'm more interested to know how exactly the dimensional boundary was broken, if only temporarily. You seems like a Science type. You wouldn't happen to know how we can go home, would you? That's out of my area of expertise, sorry. Actually, I'm afraid that's out of anyone's expertise. You can't really major in interdimensional travel, you know? That means we're stuck here. It's too soon to give up, guys. Real. If we were able to come here, there has to be a way to go back, I'm sure of it. We're alive, so we only have to keep looking until we find one. Where there's life, there's hope. Oh, an optimist, I like it. You'll fit right in with the Drake Cruise. Are you suggesting? I am. How about it, Captain? Why don't we want them in our team? Considering their strength, we can't just let them wander around without rhyme or reason. I say finders keepers, we could certainly use them. So you admit you'd be taking advantage of us. Of course, at the same time you'd been taking advantage of us in turns. Pardon? Our team, the Drake Cruise, is an autonomous corps. We have a ton of freedom, including choice of personnel. Our area of operations is pretty wild, so we gather a lot of intel. We could even run into something that might help you. Long story short, you'll be sharing that intel with us in exchange for our cooperation. You got it. I love it when things go this easy. I think that works for us too. But from my understanding, this direct cruise squadron is basically like the Launderbell. The Launderbell, you say, is a squadron we are affiliated with. The cost is the same as yours. There's actually a Launderbell on our Earth as well. This may not be our world, but it's still Earth. We're still going to fight for its peace, at least until we can go home. I'm glad to hear that, truly. If you do choose to assist us, please be assured that you did never be forced to take part in our operations against your will. I understand, Commander Mitsuba. In return of your protection, the SRX team will hereby join the Rare Cruise. Thank you, Captain. Welcome aboard. Ryu, right. Is that alright with you? It's your call, Captain. We trust your judgment. No objections here. I was sure what to expect after those drones attacked us, but I think we're set now. Yeah, it's inconsequential way to like break in a DLC character. Ryusei don't really talk much during like events of the game and stuff like that, which is kind of disappointing. But so that means you'll be fighting with us, right? Welcome abroad. I hope we get along. Uzo, did you end up here as well? Sorry, have we met? Don't you recognize me? Ryu, they may look the same, but these aren't our friends. There must be their parallel version of this world. Parallel versions? What's this about? Oh yeah. I read about that in the manga. It was this cool story about a world almost the same as ours that existed in another dimension. In other words, a parallel world. Does that mean that you're... Indeed. I don't really get it, but it sounds like you're far away from home. It must be tough. We'll be fighting together as comrades from now, so let us know if you need anything. We'll try to help however we can. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad this Uzo is a nice kid as well. For starters, I'd like to know all about the robots of this world. Look at them. He's supposed to be a parallel version, but Ryusei's second nature is getting along with him like his second nature. I wonder if we'll run into other familiar faces. Dimension boundary distortion reported in multiple locations throughout the world, and now visitors from parallel world. What's going on exactly? I don't know yet, but I have a very bad feeling I just can't shake. Alright, that's it for the DLC mission. Of course, the ace is Ryusei. Got some parts. You know, if they're gonna bring in the SRX from the alpha timeline, why not just give us the upgrade? Give us the Banpre, what's it called? The Banpre Rios. It's been like 15 years and we still haven't got it in OG either. So I guess that's why they're sticking with the SRX, but still. Yeah, let's pump some upgrades. See what he does. Okay, so one option, one power part slots. That's pretty decent, to be honest, because the parts in this game are pretty insane. So if you give him like, say, this thing, his strongest move suddenly becomes 8000 attack power, which is pretty high for early game. And you can stick some like energy stuff on him as well, but yeah, be that. And the SRX is good to go for quite a while. And yeah, talking about parts, you can also get parts from... If you fully upgrade like a bar of these, you get like a power parts with them. As far as I'm concerned, early game, if you manage to get one of these extra arms X or extra arms Omega, they're pretty strong. You can basically one-shot boss with these. And yeah, alright, that's it for the first episode. I hope you enjoyed. Consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next video.